Scott, it's finished 2-1 to Salisbury here at the Raymac. I think we're probably not actually too disappointed by the performance today, but perhaps that crucial miss right at the end we might rue that a little bit, might we?
Yeah, I spoke to Vic in there, and I don't want him to crucify himself. He's worked tirelessly for that one moment, and on another day he probably takes it. Today the keeper's made a save and just pushed it past the post. But I think on reflection, in terms of the actual performance, I thought we tried, we huffed and we puffed. Extremely young side out. You only have to go through, I think, our 6 most experienced players, other than possibly Johnny Goddard. They're all injured or ill. And it's tough, of course it is. So you can see how depleted we are. We've got Dan Roffert playing centre half. We've got Harvey playing left back. And it's tricky, of course it is. So, but I must say, I thought their performance levels across the board were good. I said to the lads, there's a way to lose games, and I thought the way in which they played today, you can afford to lose like that because they tried, they created some moments. Unfortunate not to go 1-0 up with Josh in the first half. There's a really good block. But yeah, like overall, just a young team that put an honest performance out there for the club, and I can't be disappointed with that.
Is it just a case of having someone like Josh Hedges come off of your bench is the key difference between what we have at the moment, which is a bench that has a 16-year-old and a couple of 17-year-olds on?
Yeah, no, we had a 16-year-old, 2 17-year-olds, an 18-year-old, and 19-year-old, and Jared, who's 21. So, I don't think they've made it pretty clear. I think at Salisbury that they've spoken about the new investment and things like that, and they've got a healthy squad to choose from. And listen, they're a good side, so you can only see their bench where I think the whole of their bench would have possibly got into a lot of other National League South sides today. So Josh Hedges comes on, and you know the quality that he's got. People like Ollie Bray, Noah Coppin. It's just where we are at the moment. I think when we've got everyone back, we'll have the sort of headache of trying to pick a squad ourselves. At the moment, there's no headache in picking it. We've got the ones that we can pick, and then we're sort of delving into the college programme to get lads out of there to come and sort of bolster the squad. Obviously, young Pedro's come on today. He's 17 years old. He sent me his date of birth yesterday, and I was shocked that it said 2008. So, but he's a young, talented lad. He's riding the crest of a wave at the moment after some good performances in the youth team and the youth cup. And it's great that he's got his sort of his debut today for the first team at a senior level. So, no, there are positives in amongst what's a negative result. But listen, when we get everyone back, I think we'll be a good side. Not that we're not at the moment, but there's probably away games like this where you hold on for a point or you go and nick the winner. Doesn't really happen with a young squad because you might be a little bit naive or make a mistake, and ultimately that's what's happened today. There was a mistake just before their second goal that I'm not going to go into because I don't think I need to, but it's one of them that, listen, a different decision and we come away with a point. But it is what it is.
There were some obviously key notable performances from a few players. Obviously Peter Odgman returning from suspension. I actually did want to ask you, do you feel like they actually tried to target him? Because I noticed during the first half a lot of their sort of balls in behind were down the right-hand side of Peter.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Peter's been really good for us this season. I think they've just got the pace of Matt Briggs that plays on the right-hand side for them. So it probably looked like it was the case. Whereas Matt Taylor obviously plays up front, it more or less goes into his feet. And I thought he was very good, to be fair, today. And then you've got Matt Briggs that wants to run in behind because he's quick. So no, I don't think so at all. I thought Peter and Dan Roth for a makeshift centre-half pair, and I thought done it really, really well. I could go across the board. I thought our best performer today was probably Jaden Drakes-Thomas. I thought he was very good. Not just on the ball, but probably his stuff off the ball as well. I thought he worked tirelessly. He was picking up second balls. Got an assist, obviously, for the goal. But yeah, it's probably just a frustration we didn't score another one or two from moments we had. I know Victor will sort of rue the missed chance at the end, but there was another one where he's cut inside from the left-hand side where he's not got a shot off. But listen, it is what it is. We've got another game on Tuesday to hopefully put it right. Obviously, it's a tough game. I don't think they've conceded at home all season. Hopefully, we'll have a few players back maybe by then. Hopefully, my illness and my sort of achiness and my body will be better. But it's just one of those things. Balu pulled out last night. I pulled out this morning. Jordan Greenidge had a scan on his calf yesterday, so his swelling's gone completely out of control at the moment. So that's not great. Reece Greenidge trained the other night. Tyrese Dice is looking fit and trained. Kiki's still probably a couple of weeks away. And then Henry's probably going to be around 6 weeks. So that's an absolute gut-wrenching one when he texts me that. But it is what it is. We're going to have to try to adapt somehow. But yeah, listen, we're getting people back slowly. But the quicker they come back, I think the better we'll become.
Is it possible then, with maybe a potential issue today with Tarek and a couple of the issues that you already mentioned there, are we likely to see maybe some more faces added to the squad potentially? Because I mean, as you say, I think over the next sort of 6 weeks we've got 11 games, I think it is. So
yeah, obviously you say things like that, and it's a little bit concerning. But at the same time, if we went and did a 28-day loan, and I think I alluded to it actually on the forum not long ago. So I said that if you bring a 28-day loan in, the clubs expect their players to come and play. And listen, if Reece Greenidge is fit and Tyrese Dice are fit, they're not going to play over those two. So you end up getting yourself in a little bit of a pickle financially. That it costs more money if the players come in on loan and don't play. So we've got to box clever. We've also got to make sure that we stay in amongst it. We don't want to go on a run of defeats, but we've won 5 out of our last 7 games in all competitions. People will say that's in the FA Cup and against lower sides, but we've also beaten Enfield in there and Hampton in there. And we've done what we've needed to do, and we've dealt with the opponents in front of us in those 5 wins. We're also through to the first round of the FA Cup, which is it's a magnificent achievement for the club, something that we can look forward to. We've got a game in hand on some teams, and we'll have 2 games in hand on some teams in 2 weeks' time. So, yeah, listen, we're in amongst the pack at the moment. 1 win takes you to mid-table, 2 wins takes you to the edge of the playoffs. So the league starts to take shape. People say after 10, 15 games, but listen, no one's running away with it at the moment. I know Hornchurch are up the top. But in that middle pack, it's there for the taking. You only have to have a good little spell or a good little run, and you sort of start to take off and go up that league. And Salisbury will feel like that today. They've got to win. They'll try and build it on Tuesday night, and that's all it takes. So no, credit to Salisbury. Dutz is a really good guy. I know they've been craving that win, and I thought his players gave him everything today, as did ours. And it was a good event. I was disappointed with some of the refereeing decisions, I'll be honest. I thought he was below par. Tried to speak to him at times and doesn't want to communicate, which is disappointing. The linesman didn't really want to communicate. But I thought there was a lot of 50-50s in the first half that they got and we didn't get. And one of them actually nearly led to a goal where they hit the crossbar in the first half. It was so obvious. But yeah, luck hasn't been on our side a little bit today. But we have to ride our luck, bear with it, get through the next game hopefully unscathed, and hopefully make a good result of it on Tuesday night.
Brilliant. Thanks, Scott. Commiserations on today, and yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday.
Cheers, Colin. Thanks.